Hey guys, my name's TheInfinityButton. Today we're looking at the Induction trailer for Advanced Warfare. So as you can see from this little opening title, set in South Korea, at least this level is, and you're playing as the US Marines, and it's the year 2054, July 10th. That's not really relevant, but you know. This is a drop pod. Whether you're going to be able to use the drop pods in multiplayer, maybe this is how you get into the game. It's a very Titanfall-esque screen on the top as well. It gets hit by a missile, so it goes out. Then obviously there's horror, kind of a definite Sledgehammer trait, because they're the guys that made Dead Space. So this is a look at the city. It looks really nice, I quite like it. Obviously there's guns and stuff. And in a second you actually see two drones following a guy. Whether this is going to be like the escort drone kill streak from Black Ops 2, I don't know. Could be pretty cool. If you notice on the back of the gun, there's the FMCST, and that, as soon as the bullet gets full, it adds more to the total bullet count, which is like the maximum. It hits 300. This says full. So as you can see from this reload, I'm going to pause it here. This seems to fill up with whatever this is. And then pause, launches it out. You can see these bullets coming out. Again, just sort of filling it up. Reloads back to max ammo. Not even a long reload either. Right, so now you're going to see the fuel bar pop up as he's about to jump down. So the fuel level 60, I don't know whether in the creator class sort of thing you can choose to have more fuel than that. It goes down pretty quickly anyway. But in a few seconds now you'll see the fuel bar disappear, but you still have a double jump a bit later on in the trailer. And in a second you're about to see one of the larger exosuits with a gun on each arm. Or a gun on one arm, which looks like some form of either large shotgun or minigun. So as you can see in the bottom right, you can see the bullet count still filling up. It will hit 300 in a few seconds now, and you'll be able to see the FMCST state that it's full. All of the HUD seems to revolve around the gun. Like there isn't any minimap on screen or anything else. There's obviously the crosshair, and you can see this large quadruped tank. You can see the wheels on the legs, which in fact you can see in a few seconds that it actually transforms into a normal tank. There's some jump packers, or I don't know if that's the exosuit doing it or not. So this gun seems to have very little recoil and infinite ammo, which is pretty cool. I'm going to guess that there's going to be a bit more. But as you saw on the left there, that was actually the quadruped transforming into a normal tank. Right, so this in front is a drone swarm. Is this going to be in multiplayer? If it is, I reckon it will be between 15 and 25. I know that's quite a large margin, but I reckon it will be between 15 and 25 kill streak. And then you see the guy rip off a door. So does that mean multiplayer we're going to have interactivable, if that's a word, interactive environments? Not sure. But these drones don't seem OP, they just sort of bash into the screen. So I'm going to pause it here. You can see that grenade. It actually has 6 different modes: Flash, EMP, Threat, Frag, Contact and Smart. So Flash is obviously something like a flashbang. EMP will be, again, an EMP, it will shut down electronics. Then Threat Grenade, which is what you're about to see, highlights enemies within its radius, and that lasts for 45 seconds. Whether it's going to be in multiplayer, I'm not sure, but you see the guy and he changes what the grenade does just by like sliding it sideways, which I think is pretty cool. It's quite an interesting idea. So this is the Threat Grenade, highlights all the enemies around there, so you can see them through walls. If this is in multiplayer, definite anti-camping device, pretty good. And then he switches to his shotgun, which currently, I know this is campaign, but it seems really quite powerful. If not, it might even be too powerful. You saw a little dive backwards. That could be an interesting feature in multiplayer. And a dive sideways again. More drones. And if you see that shield in front, you actually connect to it, and when you aim in, the shield comes down and you can fire past. Then this gun is a laser rifle. So it seems like it fires a constant beam, doesn't seem too powerful. As you see there, it knocks the guy down. Then he has to aim again to actually take the guys like out. And now we're about to see the smart grenade, which starts floating and locks onto enemies, which definitely doesn't seem overpowered in any way. So if that's going to be multiplayer, I'm not sure. He seems to have completely removed his arm, so is this going to be the next CoD with gore? Like proper gore? Because this guy gets dragged across, you can see the blood trail, and his arm just gets left behind. Maybe after this bit in the game you get like a robot arm, which could be pretty cool. Maybe it'll have extra features like a mini-map, maybe that's where the extra HUD is. But yeah, I think this might be the next CoD with gore. Right, so you can see here, this is the large exosuit, but it seems to have armor that folds down so the guy can see properly whilst he walks. And that guy releases the Gatling cannon, or whatever it is, it looks kind of like a minigun, from his arm and then into his hand so that he can use it as a proper weapon, which I think that's really cool. Gas masks, hover bikes, explosions, strange fold down face mask, more hover bikes, jump pack, and mega kick.